You know, the worst part of Call of Duty to me is the fact that no matter how badly I get my ass pounded to a pulp, and no matter how many times I wish that I had bought this game physically so I could have the disc, take it out of my PS5, snap it in half, feed it to my dog, and clean up after her, I always have a tiny sliver of hope that I will get just one crumb of good news. My prayers have finally been answered, fellas. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's the boy Fooly, and I'm bringing you guys another video right here on Black Ops Cold War. And today we're going to be talking about some great news that we have finally gotten about Call of Duty Cold War. We're getting more 6v6 maps into this game. But before we get into anything, make sure to leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new. We're getting pretty close to 700 subscribers, which is absolutely insane. So thank you for that, and let's get right into it. So yesterday we got some pretty interesting news that I haven't seen a lot of people talking about when it comes to content for Cold War, mainly because this is a leak. And before we get into anything, I just want to say thank God for all the leakers that we have in the community, man, because if it weren't for them, I'd get really bored hoping that there's good news for this game when there really isn't. But I guess apparently there is, because we've got leaks that there's more maps coming to Cold War, and they're going to be a lot more 6v6 maps than I actually thought we were going to have in this game. Now granted, a few of them are probably going to be remakes, but so far right now the leak is that we're going to be getting 10 to 12 6v6 maps in this game by the end of its life cycle. Well, hopefully by the end of its life cycle, and we'll get into that a little bit. But overall, that's some great news if you're a 6v6 fan and if you've been wanting more 6v6 content in this game. If you guys don't know who the Modern Warfare 2 Ghost is, he's a leaker on Twitter who used to work for Activision, so he knows his stuff, and most of the time he's actually right about his leaks. And I'm just going to read what his tweet says. He says, apparently there are 10 to 12 6v6 maps remaining in the season structure for Black Ops Cold War. That goes in line with what I was told a while back, that there's a nice bunch of remakes coming, and we could see 3 to 4 6v6 maps each season. They plan to support it next year too, so some could come then. Now I don't know about you guys, but this is great news for me, because I don't know how many times I can keep playing Nuketown over and over and over again. The maps that launched with this game were complete boof sticks, but at least some of the original DLC maps are pretty good. Now I see this leak as both good news and bad news. Obviously mainly it's good news, but if you're one of those people like me who doesn't really like recycled content all that often, well, you're not going to be surprised that probably half these maps are going to be remastered maps and recycled maps. I'm guessing like 5 to 7 of them are probably going to be remastered maps, and they're probably going to be maps that we already expect, like Summit, Firing Range. They're probably going to add that musty, swampy, green map, Jungle again. But hopefully they throw a curveball at us. I know a lot of people really want Grid back, and I do too. I just think that map was super underrated, and it's not appreciated enough. And then as for the original maps that we're getting, hopefully they're better than the launch maps. I said it earlier, but the launch maps in this game were really ass, and they were also pretty bad in Modern Conquerors 2019, but the DLC maps in both of these games have actually been pretty good. Besides like Apocalypse and the Pines that a lot of people don't really like that much, Yamantau and Diesel have been really good for us though. But again, overall, if you're a fan of 6v6 content, this is really good for us. Especially towards the end of the life cycle of this game, there's not going to be that many people playing it still. The SBMM's probably not going to be as strong at that point, and with new maps and new guns, I'm sure a lot of us would really enjoy that. And because this is going to be every single season, I'm assuming we're getting like 2 or 3 6v6 maps per season, and at that point that's actually not that bad of a ratio compared to like season 2, where we only got one new 6v6 map, which is Apocalypse, and that was absolutely dog shit. Another thing I really like about this leak is the fact that it specifically says 6v6 maps and not just maps in general, because one, that includes remastered maps, which I think not everybody is going to hate that idea. The fact that it specifically says 6v6 maps also means that it's not including fireteam maps or gunfight maps. Now don't get me wrong, those are cool fun maps from time to time, but the fact that those are taking up space and how much DLC content we're getting for maps in this game, I'm just glad that it's 10 to 12 6v6 maps and not 10 to 12 maps, because if we keep getting 2 to 3 gunfight maps per season and 1 fireteam dirty bomb map per season, I'm telling you guys, gunfight and fireteam / ground war maps are not good for the player count of this game. Now there is a couple of downsides to this leak. One of them is that this seasonal map dropping method that they have is going to continue after the life cycle of Cold War and into World War II Vanguard, which I guess at that point is also good if World War II Vanguard is a complete disaster like people are saying it is. And we've seen Modern Warfare 2019 do it. I mean, they released a couple of new maps like a month and a half ago, and I have no idea who's actually still playing Modern Warfare 2019's multiplayer. I mean, That thing was just god-awful. Should have been illegal to release that game's multiplayer, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, genuinely, Joe Seacott should be arrested, in my opinion. But that's neither here nor there. Modern Warfare 2019 released content after its life cycle, and if Cold War is doing the same thing, then the ratio for how many maps we're getting per season probably might not actually be 2 to 3 6v6 maps a season. And that's really one of the only downsides I could actually see. And the other downside I see to this is that if this is actually confirmed that they have 12 maps ready to go for us at certain times, like they're scheduled, why not just release some of them like now? I mean, to be completely honest, if they were to just release a map pack right here, right now, 4 6v6 maps, maybe one of them is a remake, and it's only like 20 bucks like how it used to be, I would happily pay for that. People are already paying 20 bucks for 2 stickers and car horns. Why wouldn't they just buy a map pack at this point? I would. Also, if you're still watching up to this point, Activision has finally confirmed that Sledgehammer Games is developing Call of Duty 2021. Oh, brother. Like, it's 100% confirmed now. But we'll get into that topic in a different video. And then for all the zombies lovers out there, I'm pretty sure this doesn't include zombies maps. And I hear that there's a Transit remastered map leak that's coming out soon. And overall, there's just going to be more maps for zombies coming soon, which is also great news. So just to put it into perspective, today's been a great day if you're losing hope on this game. I know a lot of people have. I have many times. Trust me, I know how it is. Sometimes this game is just complete donkey shit. It's a breath of fresh air, honestly, when we get good news like this. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me today, guys. What do you guys think of all this 6v6 content that's being rumored for us? Would you prefer this content coming before Vanguard, or do you want it to extend into the life cycle of Vanguard so that we have something to play just in case Vanguard is a complete flop? I'm curious to know what you guys think, so leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here.